There's always a special type of talent that comes with every generation. I mean, we had Mike, we had Kobe, and now we have LeBron. And something that they all have in common is that they bring something new to the game. The game is always evolving, so seeing different type of talents doesn't really shock me anymore. But in this case, I can honestly say that I've never seen anything like this. Bol Bol is 7'3", but he actually plays like he's a guard. He literally had no competition in high school. Even the Ball brothers in their prime couldn't mess with him. He was one of the most talked about talents in all of high school basketball, and everybody knew that he was going to be a big time threat on the college level and that he was going to be a lottery pick easily. But instead, we haven't heard about him since he went off to Oregon. What happened to Bol Bol's basketball career? What's good, everybody? Welcome back. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my boy Reese._He's a real loyal subscriber and he's just an overall solid dude. So make sure y'all go show him some love and follow him on IG at __.reese._. And next, if you're new to the channel, make sure you let me know that you're new down in the comments. And make sure that you're following me on my social medias. Maybe I'll shout you out one day. And last, if you're into gaming, make sure you're following me on Twitch. As soon as I finish up this last semester of school, I'm gonna start streaming. But enough of all that talking. Let's get into this video. When it comes to NBA players and their children, most of the time the kid just lives in their shadows. They are always just known as so-and-so's son. But in this case, Bol Bol has made a name for himself, and he has the skill to go along with his height, so the sky is the limit for this guy. In high school, he always standed out due to the fact that you don't see too many people that tall with that type of playstyle. I mean, come on, he was almost 7 foot by the time he was 14 years old, so you know that he was receiving college interest at a very young age. But it wasn't until his junior year until he started becoming famous throughout the nation, at least on social media. His junior season, he played for the basketball powerhouse Mater Dei Academy, and coming into an already stacked team, Bol Bol was gonna take them to the next level. And man, talk about being a dominant force. There's literally nothing this man can't do on the court. I mean, of course his post game was automatic. All he had to do was a quick drop step for the diesel dunk, but he actually had more to his game. He could play with his back to the basket, and he would just shoot right over his defenders with the fadeaway jump shot. He could drive through the lane and get the and-one finish. His pull-up jump shot was nice, and he could also cash out from 3. And don't even get me started on his defensive presence. If you're on the other team, there's no coming into the paint. You better have a reliable jump shot for real. Bol Bol is just a big-time factor. But the thing that I like about his game is that his play style isn't stiff. You know how sometimes you see those real tall basketball players, but it seems like they can barely run up and down the court. In some cases, Bol Bol actually brings out point guard like moves, and it really shows how much of an all-around basketball player he is. During the beginning of the season, everybody was dying to see the matchup against Mater Dei Academy versus Chino Hills. The season before that, the Ball brothers made Chino Hills a household name. That was during the time when Lonzo was the star player. But when he left for college, people didn't know if LaMelo and LiAngelo were going to keep up the same intensity, but they actually maintained it, and Mater Dei and Chino Hills ended up playing against each other in the playoffs. It was a very competitive game, and it even went into overtime, and coming down to a last-second three-pointer attempt, Bol Bol and Mater Dei Academy ended up escaping with the W, 83-80. He finished the game with 14 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 blocks. I don't know if this was an upset or not, because both teams were pretty good. May the best man win, I guess. Instead of coming back his senior season to continue Mater Dei's dominating legacy, he ended up transferring to another basketball powerhouse, Findlay Prep, and he really just elevated his game even more. He was putting up big numbers throughout the season. He was just playing on another level, honestly. A lot of teams was getting cooked that season. Bol Bol was even selected to be a McDonald's All-American, but unfortunately, he didn't get to play. He had to sit out because he had strained his Achilles, but at least he was actually selected to participate. And it's not like the game counts anyway, so it's all good. In the 2018 through 2019 season, Bol Bol signed to play for the University of Oregon. And I don't know why they do this to players, but coming into college, they were saying that he was going to be a top prospect for the 2019 NBA draft. Even if it's potentially the truth, at least let him play one game first. But anyways, he came into college making a huge impact. He averaged 21 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 blocks in his first 9 games. So yeah, he started off the season hot, and he was only going to get better. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. He ended up hurting his foot, and he had to miss the remainder of the season. And it's messed up because I really wanted to see him play in the March Madness tournament. That would have been crazy to see. but oh well, we can't really dwell in the past. But as for now, he has declared for the 2019 NBA draft, and I'm curious to see what team he's gonna end up playing for. I hope the Chicago Bulls can pick him up because we need all the help that we can get, honestly. Let me know which team y'all think he gonna play for down in the comment section. Peace.
I can't sleep, I'm trying to get rich. My chick bad might take your bitch. I know niggas who talk